What else are there? What's there for the adults? I know.
Well, for adults and students, there are 3 workshop activity tracks throughout the day. Track 1 is on food preparation and avoiding food waste. There will be cooking demonstrations on affordable, sustainable food, how to make your own stock, making cheeses and yogurts, how to make organic baby food to avoid allergens, and a solar oven demonstration by a Ugandan who lives in Chicago and is just coming back from having traveled worldwide to bring this solar oven technology to other communities where women and children typically spend hours a day going out to collect firewood that also depletes their environment.
I love that solar oven stuff. I would love to, yeah, that's a good one.
And track 2 is food in the home and community. There's a panel of Loyola sociologists talking about how food shapes our lives, the importance of eating together. Dave Snyder from Chicago Rarities Orchard Project, who now is the gardener for the rooftop garden on Common Ground, is going to talk about how to turn a vacant lot into a thriving garden or even a food forest with trees.
I love that.
Plus, our own Rogers Park Garden Group will talk about their Adopt the Public Way, oops, the typo in that, projects, which is their small grants that they give to communities to do plantings and parkways and community gardens. Mm-hmm. Plus, we'll have an update on the farmers market opening here in Glenwood on June 6th.
Mm-hmm.
There's another track 3, which is new. It will be on art and film as ways to nourish the body and soul.
Great.
And explore environmental issues through art. The film Fresh is being shown that takes a look at how communities are creating an alternative to the dominant food system through community gardens, farmers markets, and urban agriculture. And then Black Gold, a Sundance Film Festival award winner, follows, looks at how 2 billion cups of coffee that are consumed daily, tracks how that coffee is grown, goes back to the farmers who produce it, and in particular looks at one individual as he tries to earn a living wage for the Ethiopian farmers he represents. Our Alderman Joe Moore will be introducing the film and lead a discussion afterward about fair trade and living wage issues here in Chicago. Plus,
showing films is a great idea. A lot of folks, a lot of students, a lot of us would be drawn to a quote-unquote workshop that involves sitting there watching watching a production that is informational and educational as well as entertaining. We are subject to those visual stimuli, and you know, having shown those films recently here at the No Exit with the Transition Rogers Park Group, these are good films. Fresh is great. Fresh, everyone should see Fresh, I think.
They are very moving films, mm-hmm. and we will be having discussions following each one, too, to kind of draw out people's reactions to them and also what the next steps are.
I have never seen this one that's Sokogaki International will be showing. What's it called?
It's called A Quiet Revolution. It's narrated by Meryl Streep, and it really shows examples from India, Slovakia, and Kenya about how people are finding local solutions to environmental problems. The one from Kenya features Wangari Maathai, the Nobel Prize winner who started the Greenbelt movement.
Oh, man. I'm just going to be watching movies next Saturday.
Yeah. The Slovakian one is about dealing with PCBs. Uh-huh. And the Indian one, I'm going to forget her name. She was just on campus last year.
I know who you mean.
Yeah. Vandana Shiva.
Vandana Shiva.
Yes.
That's right. Amazing woman.
Amazing woman. So come watch the film, and then plus we'll have some film shorts in another room. The Story of Stuff, and I understand Story of Stuff now has another edition dealing with bottled water. Hungry for Change, which is a look by Lawndale High School students exploring the meaning of a food desert. And
that's great.
So a lot of images to look on and reflect on.
So I know that that's not all that's happening because I'm part of the part that feeds people. When people get hungry, what do they do at Recipe for a Healthy Planet?
Well, in the morning there are going to be bagels, coffee, water, and fruit till 10 a.m., courtesy of Einstein Brothers by the welcome table when you come in to register in the West Lobby of Quinlan. And there are free snacks up on all the floors donated by almost 20 local businesses. However, the place to buy lunch, and this year lunch is not free, but it's being sold because we want to cut down on food waste. And also we want to support our local businesses. will be in Flanner Hall, near where the cooking demonstrations are taking place. I understand there's going to be excellent food from the Heartland Cafe and the Loving Hut.
Uh-huh.
And I've eaten at those places myself.
Do tell. All right, what's the closing session? And I think we might have.
Everybody regroups back in the big auditorium, Quinlan 142 at 3:15, with panelists from all of our neighborhoods that are participating to give updates on community-based environmental sustainability plans that are being implemented and how people can connect locally to bring about these ideas and more. There'll be roundtable breakouts by community and topic, and if it's nice outside, people will probably want to reconvene outside or go to their favorite nearby restaurant.
And yeah, Susan, you and I have been involved in a lot of these things, a lot of the green and environmentally related things for the last few years, and it's just so thrilling, isn't it, to see our community come alive around these issues in so many ways, all at the same time.
It is, and it's really about connecting with people who want to make the changes.
Yeah. How does, I'm looking at this flyer for the night session. There's such a creative element in this community group that brings about this Earth Day thing, and I love this. Will you describe the Friday night session?
Yeah, it's going to be the 3rd annual Earth Night recording session. Tom Laporte is the guy who brought this together. And it's going to be Friday night in Mundelein Hall's beautifully restored Stella Maris Chapel on the 2nd floor at 1020 West Sheridan Road, starting at 6 o'clock. There'll be quite a range of styles from jazz to classical to hip-hop. Got students coming from Truman College Eco Club who are also dancers and performers and musicians. So it'll be a real special evening, and Tom is doing a recording of it as a gift for all the musicians who participate.
Tom is a great guy, and there's been a couple of things that he's done at the previous 2 sessions that actually are almost meditative at the end of the day with the whole group in a auditorium when you just never would have thought that you could get all that way with a room full of people, and yet Tom and his breathing and music and other imagery, it's really a wonderful aspect, and it sort of completes the whole picture.
He will also have activities going on from 2 to 3 on Saturday in Quinlan's auditorium too, a panel with live artists and performance artists.
Sweet. So you having fun yet on this stuff, Susan?
Totally, and thank you so much for having me on.
I love it, and for those of you who can't see us, Susan scripts this out. She's the most organized guest I've had in a long time. I'm going to learn from you, Susan, but it'll probably take me a while.
Well, I'm looking forward to your lineup today. You have so many great people on, and I can't wait to hear them, and also to go drink my coffee.
Yeah, go drink your coffee, rejoin your husband there, and I'm glad to have you as a neighbor, as an activist, and a buddy.
Thank you.
See you later. Let's hear it for Susan Lannen and the Earth Day Committee. We're listening to Live from the Heartland on Chicago Sound Alliance, 88.7 WLUW. We will be coming right back with Lillian Matanme of YWAT, part of the youth-led School to Prison Pipeline event next week.